they praying the week, they out here playing for keeps. I done too much dirt, I can't stay in the streets. My first op told me he had kids, I laid him to sleep. Now I got 2 kids, I'm praying for peace. It wasn't no shooter's remorse, wasn't no rules in this war. Now we years down the line and I grew and matured.
We back. Pardon me. What do you say to the battle being in Atlanta as opposed to anywhere else, and why in Atlanta?
Because that's, again, I wanted to use the situation to really shine light on the league, and the league is based in Atlanta. You know what I mean? And there's more control there in Atlanta as far as how big we want the event to be. Yeah. It being in Atlanta is just making sure it's as big as it can be. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. The reason why it's not on URL because what I was asking for.
I didn't even ask that, but I was going to. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I was asking
for. And respectfully too, shout out to ARP. ARP said, so why it's not on URL or RB?
Because what I wanted for the battle, they wasn't like URL said straight up. They didn't feel like Amin was worth giving me that for him. That's how they felt. And we was all on the phone at this time, including him, and it was me. It was me trying to, because this is what I didn't tell you. This is what I didn't tell you. So
champion, we here.
Remember I told you the 2 battle situation, and one of them didn't go through, and they asked me who I wanted for value. Did your man tell you that I pitched that I would battle him on value? Did that come up anywhere? Did that come up anywhere?
I don't think so.
I know it didn't. I'll
ask him about it.
I pitched that. I said, you know what? At first I told him, I ain't gonna lie, to combine both contracts and I'll take them on value. Then I said, all right, just give me what y'all was gonna offer me for volume anyway. And they said, nah, we would give you that for somebody else, not him. They don't feel like the battle was big enough. They didn't feel like the battle was worth it.
And when was that? Because the battle seems big enough right now. It's probably the biggest in the culture. As of right now?
Yeah, as of right now. That's a fact. But this is beforehand, but this is what I said. Even if they felt like that at the time, I said the reason why is because I haven't said anything yet. Once I start speaking on the situation, it will pick up. And when did it pick up? When I started speaking on the situation. Why did I start speaking on the situation? Because this shit was being lined up.
Wait, what do you mean lined up?
It's been
somebody being lined up or the battle being lined up? I gotta ask the questions. I have to ask the questions.
I was already in the mindset of, you know what, I might have to just get this nigga up out of here. I was already in that mindset. Because if we agreed verbally with the 2 battle situations, regardless of what the other battle was, I would have to talk to this nigga first. Yeah. So I'm already in that. So now, once he starts saying, once they say nobody wants to see it, I was gonna start talking about it to pick it up, to actually get the bag, so it can pick up, just so we can show, like, look, once I start talking about it, it will be something. And that's what it was. And once it got big enough, I seen more benefit. And if I said my focus on 2021 was going to be bullpen and I didn't want a battle, if I got a battle, I'm going to give that to bullpen. Bottom line. And, you know, set to make probably the most I ever made in battle rap.
I just want to say what he said, I already said, but, you know, what do I know? You go back to the videos, I said this. Yeah. And I said if they faced off and shit like that, like, I saw the interest already, so I'm not sure, you know, other people didn't pick it up. Yeah. But it is what it is. I would have, you know, probably bid top dollar.
They just didn't want to give me the money for Amin. At the end of the day, they didn't feel like he was worth it, and I feel
it would have been main
that's
event.
That's an investment.
It would have been main event.
Of what?
So many cards is being made. Like, let's say a super fight. You see how Geechee Gotti and DNA main evented. Let's say you don't want to put it on top of a super big card. Y'all could have had your own super fight card.
Yeah.
It'd have main event. The main event should get, you know, a good amount.
But I don't think a battle like this should happen in a setting like that.
Okay.
I don't.
I ain't mad at it because I want the crowds back. You know, that's just me.
Yeah. I don't think this type of battle should happen in a setting like that. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. And then as far as it not happening on ARP,
because he's in Atlanta too.
Yeah, at the time, you know.
Shout out to ARP.
Ace is a URL battler, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm a URL nigga too at the end of the day. This is a URL matchup. I'm not, like, I can't see this happening not a URL matchup, but this is what was.
I say it's not a league matchup until the league signs it.
Okay,
that's just me though.
I like that. I'll go with that.
URL.
I'll go with that. But I just feel like it would have been weird. I do. I feel like it would have been weird on RBE. Shout out to RP. That's my guy.
Shout out to RP.
But I just feel like that matchup would have been weird over there. Honestly,
I would just, if it was over there, I would want the crowd. I want whatever you got going on with the stage and 300 people. I would want that same exact thing. I wouldn't want no small room.
Yeah.
All right, but let's move on to this thing. Do you have too much of an advantage? Let's set the narrative straight. It's rather I say this stuff to you while you here, as opposed to you not here. So, do you have too much advantage? It being in Atlanta, it being the crowd size, it being on bullpen versus the Ace Amin.
How I feel about it, I would have too much of an advantage anywhere over him. How I feel about it, I don't think like the fact because realistically, it ain't like we could try to set the narrative. Oh, this is John's house. This is that. Bullpen is not biased. It's not like they gonna come in there and just boo everything this nigga say if it's fire. If it's fire. That's not the case. They not gonna just cheer for anything I say if it's not fire.
It was Sean Chiller. I will go back to the Chiller Jones battle.
That's what I'm saying. They not gonna say like bullpen is there for battles. They want to see battles. I just have the advantage because my experience. You know what I mean? He don't focus on what he doesn't know. His problem is he thinks he knows everything. That's the problem here. He thinks he knows. He thinks he got it figured out. You can't have it figured out already. How many battles? Where? When? How? What? Where? Like, come on. You can't have this figured out. And I know what he think he knows. I know what he think he knows. Everybody in the world knows what he's gonna try to come with. You know, everybody knows this already. But it's fucked up because I know it. I'm the tactician here. I know what you're gonna do. I know what you're gonna do.
Sniper.
I know what you're gonna do. I know what you're gonna do. You're doing it too early. You're trying to paint narratives too early. You're doing this already. Come on, my nigga. Come on, bro. You letting too many people hear your rounds. You calling ARP after blogs.
That's my questions.
You calling this. Come on, man. I know what you're trying to do.
He knows.
He knows. I know. That's the new slogan. I know. I know.
So how you feel about Shai? Since you said it, ARP did a video. He said he received a call and he has Ace Amin with a chance to win this all. And other people hearing his rounds, they're saying, "Oh, it's dangerous." Part of me, I don't hear nobody's rounds. That's just me. I like to be surprised. I'm a fan at the end of the day. I want to be surprised, so I didn't hear no rounds. But how do you feel about that? It's like the Faceoff.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
if he has fire rounds, that's cool. That's cool for him. That's not nothing for me to worry about. He got to get through them rounds. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever he say. Even if somebody heard his rounds, guess what? It's gonna sound fire because you didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. Like sometimes what somebody else says can diffuse what you say. It can sound fire when that other person ain't saying nothing. That's how you play defense there. But as far as ARP goes, I called him about this too because.
So he should be doing another video.
Yeah, I called him about this because it's weird to me. Because the narrative that Ace is trying to set, ARP was damn near doing it for him with that blog, and I'm gonna tell you why.
We can't blame ARP. What are we doing?
We're blaming everybody.
We can't blame.
I told you.
At the end of the day, he's media too. He's media too.
The culture will pay March 20th.
That's gonna be the title.
For this whole shit, I'm telling you. Because the culture did this. The culture gave him this voice. The culture got behind this whole story. He's doing interview tours with no work behind it.
Oh man.
No work. But ARP, he says, sometimes
ARP, he's talking.
He says,
I'm not bothering you. Shake my head.
I'm quoting.
Go ahead.
I'm quoting.
Stop me. Your neighbor.
Stop me when I'm wrong. ARP says, first of all, his first blog, he says he got John 2-1. Second blog,
play devil's advocate.
Second blog, he says, I spoke to Ace. I spoke to Ace. And from what he's telling me, This is what he said. And from what he's telling me, I got Ace winning. Then he moves on to say, some battles doesn't matter who raps better. I believe this is one of them battles. This is what he said. So, if you got people debating John the Don and Ace Amin, what is the prediction? John is a better battle rapper. John is a better battle rapper. So now you want to put in the viewer's eyes to don't pay attention to who's rapping better. Just pay attention to who's painting a narrative. That's more important than the actual battle, I guess. But he also saying John ain't pick up when I called him, so I got Ace Amin 2-1. What? That's how you predict this shit?
Stirring the pot. It's a good promotion.
John ain't pick up. So
Not like that.
So all it took.
Good promotion.
So you didn't hear no rounds.
He's helping out. That's how I see it.
Yeah, he's helping out. He is. He's helping Ace out.
March 20th.
He's helping
Ace
He's
out.
helping Ace out.
Oh my God.
He's helping Ace out. And I call AR. People spoke about it. That's my guy. That's my guy. So everything I'm saying now, I said to him on the phone. He'll vouch for it. He'll vouch for it. But yeah, so that's the narrative now. So people want to focus on the story. Then I see your guy Anwar.
Oh, here we go. The culture will pay.
The culture will pay because I'm watching what's happening. Yeah. There's the whole narrative that's trying to be built around tearing down my character to take it away from battle rap. Because now it's like he doesn't deserve the battle. So as battle rap wise, Ace Amin shouldn't be in the same breath with John, but Ace Amin has this angle and people can look at John different now. How you gonna look at me different after 10 plus years from a nigga that just came around, met me a handful of times? What the fuck can he tell you that's gonna make you look at me any different than how you already know me? So you trying to base that whole narrative around that, dog. I get to talk too. March 20th, the culture will pay.
Description,
respectfully.
The link is in the description box below. Go ahead and cop that.
Respectfully.
Now, y'all beef, it's not fake. You know what I mean? People it's already buckets planned and it's not fake. No. Situation occurred. Y'all was going back and forth. He did interviews. You spoke on it already. You want to repeat it again? He said,
there's no battle. There's no battle. Prepare for war. Swing on me when you see me. He said this. Hip hop is real. Shout out to Hip Hop is real.
Okay. With that being said, how can you assure the consumers, the people, that this doesn't go left? 300 people in the building. You know what I mean? The energy in the room is tense. Testosterone is up. Energy is high.
I'm going to keep it 100. I can't ensure that. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
It's not because of me. I'm not the one, the unprofessional one that hasn't completed a battle or did anything. I done did some fucked up shit. I'm not perfect, with the Big K battle and shit like that. I done got emotional too.
But that was completed.
Yeah, that was completed.
I said my example.
You know what I'm saying? But that was completed. As far as all this other shit, as far as going left, look at who's saying what on these lives. Who is saying they gonna headbutt somebody in these lives? Who's saying they gonna smack glasses off somebody in these lives? So my whole thing is, if that's his plan, good luck. Good luck.
I think we're gonna get a clean battle.
Good luck.
That's my assessment. We're gonna get a clean battle.
I hope we do. I hope we do. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, This is supposed to be a bigger message for battle rap.
Yeah.
My thing is, I don't think he cares enough about battle rap. I don't think he cares enough. He don't really take this shit serious. You know what I mean? How could he take it serious? For what? He gets interviews and attention anyway without no real good performances. How could he take it serious? Everybody's taking his word for anything he said. Why would he take it serious? He says he don't need the money, so he's not money driven. Mm-hmm. He doesn't what is it? How has he ever shown real love for the culture? For the culture to love him? How? What has he actually done for the culture? Run that down. And then run down what I've done.
He's newer. I mean, he started rapping, I think, mid 2019.
So he hasn't done anything. Regardless of when,
to be honest.
Regardless, I'm talking about facts. With chances and all of that, I don't know. All I know is since he's been around, he hasn't done anything to show he loves this culture. except for do interviews. But I have never seen him really show any real respect for the culture. I haven't. Show me.
Okay.
My
last question, and we can go off from here, is why no face-off? You answered this, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, what we gonna say? And this is why I don't. When I be going on live, people like add him and all that for what? It's just a shouting match for what? For people to try to figure out the angle or the type of energy and anything like that. It'd just be because if I get in the face off and I say anything, I'm saying what's real, whether I'm using it as an angle or not. If my emotions get attached or whatever, if I get high blood, I'm gonna say something that's actually real. And this is a verbal sport anyway. So doing a face-off before a battle like this, that conversation needs to be saved for the stage. Okay. That's how I feel. That's the time we should be seeing each other that day. We shouldn't see each other. I don't want to see this nigga before March 20th. I really don't even want to be talking to this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, until March 20th. So that's how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying?
Amin versus John the Don. John the Don versus Amin, March 20th on Bullpen in Atlanta. Hit the description box right now. $30. Y'all haven't been paying for shit anyway for a whole year. Y'all didn't pay for nothing. Everything was free. Shout out to King of Twitch. Shout out to URL Caffeine. Y'all haven't been paying for nothing. Tickets though for the door. How much is that?
Tickets for the door, they 50.
They 50?
They 50.
Are they going up? Once they realize, how hot it is?
Nah, we're gonna keep it like that. We had the early birds at 25. That sold out in 10 hours, by the way.
Oh damn.
That sold out in 10 hours.
Oh boy.
Yes. And these tickets is going up, man.
Well, you got it. Champion.
Done ruining niggas. I wanted to put myself in a position to help. I want to do that. This nigga got like 100 interviews talking about me.
Get your neck knife. I spin back through on your homies the next night. With the 30,